Gymnasium here on February 25th, 2020, as we have the nightcap of the Minneapolis Lions hosting the Russell Broncos here on the last go-around of the NCAA play for the Broncos. And they'll be moving on to the Mid-Continent League next year after being in the NCAA something like 23 years. The Broncos have not had a very good season. They've lost their head coach. They've lost their leading scorer. They are 0-11 in the league for 7th place. They're 2-17 overall for 8th seed in our sub-state. Minneapolis boys are 13 wins and 6 losses on the season for a 4th place seed. We're actually, 4th place. And 7-4 in the NCAA. 3rd place tie with southeast of Saline. Southeast is at Republic County tonight. I'm sure they'll have quite a difficult game on their hands, but Minneapolis could easily end up being tied for 3rd in the league behind Beloit and Sacred Heart. If Sacred Heart should win tonight, I don't think they will. They would tie Beloit for the league.
I don't think they'll win. Aren't they playing Ellsworth? At Ellsworth?
They must be. Beloit's done in the league, and I think Sacred Heart at Ellsworth.
Yeah, Beloit goes north and plays somebody up.
I think they're playing Smith Center, maybe. The Sacred Heart could win and end up tying the league.
That might give them some incentive to win. It's not going to be easy. I think they play at Ellsworth. Ellsworth does play pretty good ball.
The Russell boys are giving up an average 68 points a game, scoring 48, so they're down a minus 20 per game on scoring. Minneapolis, I didn't write it down, but we were up, I think, around 17, 18 points a game scoring average. This is the 58th game in the series dating back to 1945. Minneapolis leads the series 48 wins to 9 losses. That's an 84.2% win percentage. That Minneapolis would be 28-3. Minneapolis has won the last 7 straight games and 26 of the last 27 games. Russell's last win was on February 23rd, 2016 at Russell. They beat us by 1 score, 64-39 on a senior night for them. As much as the Russell Lady Broncos have been dominating the Lady Lions, the Minneapolis guys have been dominating the Russell much more as the series has gone on over the years. Sub-state standing right now for Minneapolis. As I said, we are currently 4th. Beloit is 1st with a 16-3 record. Boisington is 2nd with a 15-4. Thomas More Prep is 3rd with a 14-4. So I don't see any way that we're going to catch either of those teams. Right now, Norton is 12-7. A win tonight would guarantee that we stay in 4th place and host next Monday, probably versus Norton. The girls look like they're going to be going probably to Norton next Tuesday night to face off in their quarterfinal game. Minneapolis boys, as I mentioned, are tied for 3rd in the league at a 7-4 behind Beloit at 10-2, Sacred Heart at 9-2. Sacred Heart could tie Beloit with a win tonight over Ellsworth. Southeast of Saline will maintain a third-place title for us if they beat Republic County on the road, which won't be an easy task at all. So the Russell Broncos are facing a little adversity. They lost their coach midway through the season at some point. Their leading scorer, Deontay Watson, is off the team as of last week for disciplinary reasons. Minneapolis lost a squeaker at home versus the number 1 seed Beloit Trojans last Friday night, 55-51. We just couldn't quite get over the hump, Mike. It was close all the way. We couldn't quite do it. Mr. Vincent Holland had the answer in time we got close. He put them out in the lead in the second quarter and kept it there. Beloit, of course, hosts the 3A substate in our region this year. We have three, as of last week, we have 3 teams on the boys' side in the substate. They're in the top 10. Beloit is number 9. This is in Class 3A. Beloit's number 9. Hoisington and TMP are tied for 10th.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please rise at this time?
Time for the national anthem.
As we hear a phenomenal rendition of the Star Spangled Banner by Miss Michelle Warren.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets roared down, the walls bursting in air, yet it proved through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Michelle Borland, Senior at Minneapolis High School.
Nice job, Michelle.
Let's make tonight's starting lineups. For Russell Broncos,
And now the starting lineups for Russell, number 2, Gavin Ewers, 5'11 senior. For Minneapolis, number 30, Spencer Davidson. Minneapolis still starts all the seniors there tonight. And for Russell, 6'5", and a senior, Jacob Somm. For Minneapolis, number 15, number 1, Jake Griffin.
for Russell High School,
For Russell High School, number 11, Rick Hospital. He's a 5'7 senior. Good Minneapolis, number 3, Jonah Osherman, 6'2", senior. For Russell,
number 22,
22, Braden Gibson, 5'11", junior for Minneapolis. Number 10, Derek Real. For Russell in the middle, he's big, Peyton Liker. He's 6'1" and a junior. He goes about 245. He's a big kid. And for Minneapolis, now it's Dylan's turn. Number 15, Dylan Fishel.
4 seniors and a junior starting tonight for the Lions.
That'll be Fishel, Davidson, Griffin, Osherman, and Fria.
The Lions coached by
John Darrow.
John Darrow, Josh Locke, and Tim Niles.
And Josh Locke. Who's
What did I say?
Russell coach?
What did I say? I obviously didn't say what I thought I said. John Darrow, yeah. Josh Locke. The Russell coach is, I don't know. It's a new coach. It doesn't say. Head coach. Assistant coach Blaine Mayer and Logan Long. They did not replace their coach after his retirement.
Okay, jumping center will be Psalm for Russell. He's 6'5". Jacob Psalm and 6'2". Jonah Osherman will jump it. Minneapolis is playing to win the tip. And Psalm out jumps Osherman, as you would anticipate, 6'5". And that matchup help defense zone that Minneapolis plays, we switch so well down on the baseline. Osherman's long arm skips out of bounds. Hospital could not get a hand on it. Play it in to Gibson. Back out front to Ewers. Good ball by Fria. Frio with the quick feet. Griffin almost had a steal. And they get all the way to the basket. Gibson with a nice play. Scores the first 2 points of the ball game. Griffin. Frio out on top. 2-3 zone. Griffin entry pass to Davidson.
Triple team.
Not our usual lineup, so the guys are feeling where to be. Now Griffin gets all the way to the basket. His miss is rebounded on the backside by Spencer Davidson, and he puts it up and in. And a walk is called on Ewers as he starts to put the ball on the floor. Just underway here. Fishel. Off to Friel. Skip pass to Fishel. Shot on its way. Good. Dylan Fishel hammers down a 3 from beyond the arc. It looked good all the way there, didn't it, Dale?
It did. His third of the season. Third make of the
Entry pass. It's stolen, and Osherman's got a run out. 2 steps in, and he stuffs it down.
Did he stuff that?
Yes, he did.
All right.
It was not a clean one, but he did stuff it. And the foul. Ball went in.
Well, that's the first time we've seen that in a number of years.
It rattled around a little, but he stuffed it down. Fouls whistled on number 2, Ewers, and the free throw is missing. Shoulders in the corner. Entry pass to the big guy. Double pumps. Tips it out there. Griffin, if he looked up, he had Osherman all the way down there. Wide open. And Coach Darrow's letting you know there was a person down the floor. So we turn it over.
Official timeout here. We have some substitutions. Not quite yet.
Want the shirt tails tucked in. Gibson. Ewers back to Gibson.
Nice tip away by Jonah.
Jonah Eichmann with the quick hands, and Friel picks up the loose ball. Fischel again, three-pointer on its way. Yeah, he hit another one.
Can't take me out, Coach. Dylan Fischel had 2 3-point makes and the cleanup opportunities this season, and has sank 2 here in the first quarter to match his output.
Nothing but net. Minneapolis out to a quick 10-2 lead on the hot shooting of Dylan Fischel. As just a 30-second timeout, Minneapolis back on the floor with some of the starters they usually start with. Griffin, White, Meckel, Davidson, and Watson on the floor. And it started on the other end with Oshman's defense. John has always been very active on the defense. Gibson. Griffin shot on the backside. Good hustle now, the run out by White. Misses the layup. Thom tried to block it. Gibson has it. White missed the layup. Thom was right on top of him. Might have got a finger on it. Why fouling? Mr. Watson. Not a good foul. 6'5" going to the basket, and you're 5'10". And count that basket, and he'll get the and one. And misses. White with the rebound, gets it off to Griffin. Baseline drive. Reverse layup. Hits the bottom of the rim, no good. And Griffin with the foul.
John Nelson comes in for
Caden Griffin's going to get a breather. John Nelson in. Hospital has the ball, gets it off to Gibson on the right wing. It's a ball screen. And the ball, his shot was blocked from behind by White. Now Davidson has it. Gets it off to White. Full speed layup, he could not connect. And Gibson has the rebound for Russell. 3:42 left, first quarter. Thom all the way in, basket good. He's got 2 buckets right there in that area. Skip pass to Meckel, 3-pointer on its way, good. Trent Meckel lines up a 3. Drops it in, 3:08 left first quarter. Man-to-man defense now by Minneapolis. Nelson has Thom. There's a good switch right there. And White shuts down the pass to the opposite side. And Davidson gets a breather.
Osherman back in.
Gibson to play it in. Neckel contested the pass. Ewers. Psalm looks at the three. Gibson will take it. In and out, no good. And the stick back by Peyton Liker rolls off, but it was partially blocked by Jonah Oshman. Jonah picks up his first personal foul. Liker to the free throw line for a two-shot foul here. First free throw, back rim, no good. Braden Flax ready to check in. Second free throw, in and out, no good. And Daniel Watson has the rebound for Minneapolis. He missed them both. Neckel open, three-pointer, good, rattled it in. (16-6). Neckel has two, Fischel has two. Psalm to Liker. Down on the baseline. Gets it back out front to Liker. There's Psalm. 6'5", playing out of top of the circle. Neckel intercepts, gets it off to Nelson. He's got a run out, and layup is good. John Nelson on a nice play from Trent Neckel.
A hold on Neckel.
Neckel with the armbar impeding his progress. He was pushing him to the outside. Whistle with his first personal foul. Davidson, Fischel, and Creel back in. Fischel, the hot shooting senior, at the start of this game.
See if he can get a couple more.
Hope he hadn't cooled off any.
Yeah.
With the interception, Nolan White, he'll make this layup. And he's fouled. He didn't have that 5-inch Psalm on him that time. Layup is good, and he'll get the and-one foul. It's whistled on number 11. That's Rhett Pospical. Nolan free throw up and good.
Nolan, our leading free throw, second leading free throw shooter, 82.4%.
I think at the end of the game, I'd like to have him at the line.
Yep.
Gibson guarded by Fischel. Now the double team.
Another steal.
Nelson with the easy feed as the full court pressure. Psalm out on top. Gets it off the cross. Psalm three-pointer, no good. Now White has the long rebound from Minneapolis. Fischel. He looks at a three. White will take it. Oh, it's good. Yep. A little bit short off the front of the rim. I thought it looked good for his line. 40 seconds left first quarter. 23-6. Minneapolis leading. And the rebound's pulled out of it by Friel. And the reach-in foul on Gibson. That's his first. He'll head to the bench as Gavin Ewers comes in, 5'11 senior. Nelson gets it off to White. 15 to shoot. Nelson with the ball. Stayed with it. Got his own rebound and stuck it right back up and in. John Nelson. What a defensive play by Fischel. Went right up with him and right back down. Stuffed him right there. They should have called a jump ball, but it was the end of the quarter. Minneapolis with a comfortable 25-6 lead. And we'll be back with the second quarter here in just a minute. Possession arrow favors Minneapolis. Griffin to play it in. Here to start the second quarter. Mackel has it. Now the Watson on the right wing. 2-3 zone. Now the entry pass to Davidson. Spins. Shoots it off the glass. No good. Watson has the rebound. Back to Mackel. One hand runner. No good. Davidson cleans up. Underneath. Nice play by Spencer to keep that ball alive on the offensive end. Now three-pointer on its way. No good. Psalm with the rebound and stick back. He missed it, but he is fouled. I think Jonah over the back is whistled with his second personal foul. He isn't going to give up anything easy down low.
He does not. Mike, the Lions closed out that first quarter on a 15-0 run.
Psalm's first free throw up and in. Jonah with two personal fouls. Coach is going to let him ride. Missed the second one. Watson has the rebound.
Can't get any more steals and stuff sitting on the bench.
Watson. Back to Griffin. Three-pointer, no good. Should be Minneapolis ball as Andrew Krause could not hold on to the ball. Griffin to play it in. Mackel. Back to John Oshman. Jump shot. No good. Davidson. Look at that hustle by John Oshman. Watson on the baseline on a nice feed from Mackel. Daniel Watson. A little one-hand runner. Sticks it up and in. Psalm. Dumps it down low. Bank shot up and in. Nice bank shot by Andrew Krause. Watson gets it off to Griffin. Mackel, three-pointer, good. He hit his third. Griffin's game's at 10 to 12 foot range. Mackel's is the 25 footers.
The travel.
Well, they got Spencer, I believe.
He might have traveled because he got fouled, I guess.
With the reach-in foul, that's Spencer's first. Liker to the free throw line. Two-shot foul for the big guy. Hayden Liker, 6'1", junior. I bet he'll go 245, 250, don't you think, Dale?
Easily.
You got them both. 32-11. Minneapolis cruising. Griffin baseline tried to dish it off to Watson and it's tipped out of bounds. Well, it was easily tipped out of bounds by the Russell player. Yeah. We'll play it in. And a nice feed to Davidson. A nice pass from Griffin. A little bit out of control. Andrew Krause lost the handle. Goes out of bounds. Minneapolis to play it in. We were going to get him, but I think he got a little nervous. High post, Spencer Davison gets it off from Meckel. Dribble drive, one-hand runner, good. That one-hand runner, he's got a nice soft touch. Full speed, he'll shoot it one-handed, and you have to gauge your speed and the speed you want the ball to go in, nice and soft. It's a beautiful shot. Not easy to do. Three-pointer from the corner, no good. Psalm has the rebound on the backside.
Tipped out by the Lions.
Aiden Griffin with quick hands. Tips it out of bounds. Three is 4:57 left first half. Gibson, that was a walk. Daniel Watson fighting for that rebound, and Gibson stepped out of bounds. Two-three zone. Gibson thinks he's man-to-man. Now they are man-to-man. Meckel hands it off to White now from the outside. Three-pointer, boom. They're not going to count it.
Before the shot, something happened.
Moving screen on Watson.
Second turnover on the Lions.
Takes that three-pointer away from White. Krause. Shot no good, and Davidson has the rebound. Now he's lined up. What a pass. Unselfish play of Nolan White finds Daniel Watson all alone under the basket. Nice little chip shot. Banks it off the glass and in. Gibson, one-hand runner, no good. White has the rebound. Cycles it out to Daniel Watson. Now Nelson. Davidson, boom. Had a way to play it.
So 3:39 left here in the second quarter. Your Lions have extended their lead up to 40-11.
I thought that was a nice play on Nelson.
Two great plays in a row there were great dish-offs to the opening drive to the bucket. The collision is located at 15:56. 106.
100 years, Robertson Monuments has created everlasting memories for families to share the lives of their loved ones for future generations. Supporting the Lions all over Robertson Monuments.
When it's go time, you let the Pioneer team take risky and win good every step of the way. With high-performing Pioneer brand products and insights, they'll help you choose a lineup of products tailored to your field.
That ice cream looks good, Dale.
Down the road.
If I was sitting down there, it would look really good.
That's a Pioneer brand product.
Not up here in the cold country.
Pioneer.
Yeah, if you brought it up there, we'd have to have some hot fudge on it. Make it taste good up here. Warm you up a little bit. Hot fudge.
I'd be shivering for the rest of the game.
I haven't got my gloves off yet. Psalm gives it off to Gibson. We're underway after that timeout. Krause. And the big guy down low spins and shoots it off the glass. That's where he needs to be playing. Right on the low block. Meckel. Nelson. Davidson. Friel has a shot blocked.
And a Minneapolis foul.
That'll get Gibson at the charity stripe for a 1-and-1. 19th foul already. Minneapolis.
Just 3 for Russell.
Free throw, rims in. Second throw on its way. Front rim, no good. Davidson has the rebound. Liker walled out of the play.
What a steal.
Nelson gets his pocket picked, and we can't get our hands on the ball. And Nelson, that's Pospical has the run out and the layup. Nelson with the foul. Free throw up and good. 3-point play for Rhett. Fischel back in the contest. Friel. Back to Davidson. Back to Fischel. He looked to the 3.
6-0 run here for the Broncos.
Entry pass to Davidson. Nice shot.
Feel that one.
Liker bumped him, but he puts it up and in. Psalm way out in the corner. Entry pass. Gibson, 3-pointer on its way. Rimming off, no good. And the shortest guy on the floor gets the rebound.
And puts it in.
And puts it in. 5'7". White. 3-pointer. Owen White with the bomb.
Is that our 6th 3-pointer of the half? Something like that?
McElwes 3, Fischel 2, and now White. Psalm hits one from the outside. He can shoot it. Well, Psalm shot that big guy. Fischel wide open, no good. Friel has the rebound on the other side.
He lived his perfect streak for the half.
2 out of 3 isn't too bad.
No.
Minute 15 left in the first half, 45-22. I would assume we'll have a running clock later in the game.
Fourth quarter, if it's 30 points or above.
And the hack as Friel caught the ball. The reach-in foul is on number 41, Andrew Krause.
Just their 4th foul of the half.
Fischel will play it in. White all alone, 3-pointer, boom. He gets hot. Watch out. That dump down pass come right out to Meckel. Now White on the backside. Layup. Rims out. Rolled right off the rim. Now Gibson. Fischel with the steal as that went right between his legs, and Pospical so quick. Steals it. He is quick. Now Gibson out on top, has his pocket picked by guess who? Friel misses the layup, gets his own rebound, and the stick back good. Stayed with it. The first one was contested, the second one was not. 14 to shoot. Gibson, guarded by Fischel. Traveling. Very unsportsmanlike gesture.
I guess I missed it. I was looking at the paper. Marking down a stat.
8 to shoot. Meckel has it. Fischel all on. Three of them in the half by Fischel. At the buzzer, Dylan Fischel hammers down his third three-pointer of the first half. He's hot.
You know, I might have our player of the game and the player of the game already picked out before the second half even starts here. Dylan Fischel with 3 trays on senior night, and Jonah Osherman with the steal, run out of the ball, and stuff.
He rattled it down.
The play of the game.
Good first half for Minneapolis.
We'll have to see if something happens in the second half to override that.
Comfortable 32-point lead going into the locker room. We'll be back with some stats from Scott. He's on his way over now, and comments from Dale, and exciting second half, I'm sure. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors.
Team is with you from the word go, every step of the way. With high-performing Pioneer brand products and local insights, they'll help you choose a lineup of products tailored to your fields and proven just down the road. See Sheldon Doherty at River Hill Seed about this Pioneer brand product. And go Lions! Been supporting that operation for the small government for over 20 years. Up to date and competitive current applications. Like my air is located at
'Minneapolis, Kansas, as the Minneapolis Lions have the lead here at the half, 53-22, here in Minneapolis on senior night, and great start for the boys tonight against a Russell team that has been struggling throughout the year. Scoring-wise for the Minneapolis Lions. Actually, let's go with Russell first. Jacob Somm is their leading scorer with 10 points. Rhett Pospischel has 6. Braden Gibson has 3. Peyton Liker has 1. And Andrew Krause has 2. They do play quite a few kids, and they got some younger kids that are playing, some freshmen that are playing, Dale.
Might as well let them play.
Yeah, absolutely. If you notice, their head coach is not here anymore.
Yes, the state, from what I'm told, he mysteriously did not show up for 2 successive games.
Didn't show up. I wonder about that. So scoring-wise for the Minneapolis Lions, We were 1 for 1 from the free throw line. They were 5 for 10. I'll back up to that. We were 1 for 1 for 2. Sorry, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Scoring wise, Jonah Oshman has 2.
And that was a big 2.
That was a big 2. That was a big 2. So Derek Creel has 2. Daniel Watson has 4. John Nelson has 6. Nolan White has 9. Spencer Davidson has 10. Trent Meckel has 11. But Dylan Peschel, 3 3-pointers for Dylan. The senior showing off some skills on the outside tonight. Hats off to Dylan. I think he only missed 1. 3 for 4 from 3-pointer anymore. So coming in tonight on pop-up duty, he had made 2 3-pointers. And in the opening half of his senior night, he's made 3 of 4. He had 8 3-pointers in the first half. So, 8 3-pointers. Trent has 3, Dylan has 3, and Nolan has 2. So, what a great first half of basketball for the Lions. Scoring wise, we outscored them 25-6 in the first quarter. Outscored them 28-16 in the second quarter to make the score 53-22. Looking back to the first time we played them, folks, it was 50-28 at the half. We went on to win that 90-71.
That's one. Us, the team, really. Now the running clock won't start till the fourth quarter.
So.
I told Mike, I said, unless some significant things happen in the second half to change my mind, I've already decided what the play of the game and the player of the game are.
I think I've got it. So I hope I'm right. So we'll wait and see. I'll wait with anticipation.
We'll have to see what happens in the second half.
Okay. All right. At least they'll have honorable mentions of that. So
the Lions rebounded them 18-13 in the first half, and the Broncos had 12 turnovers compared to 4 for Minneapolis.
Okay. Good job. I will see you in the game play.
Power equipment needs. Ask about our winter service program and go Lions.
Robertson must have playing hard. To share their lives and their loved ones with future generations. Supporting the Lions all the way. Robertson Monument. The Minneapolis Junior Senior High School Lion Backers are proud to continue their long-term support of the broadcast of these Lions games. Join us as we support student activities and the teachers of MJSHS. Go Lions! We're with you all the way.
The Lions of Minneapolis High School
Russell Broncos leading by a score of 53-22. 31 points here. Outscoring the Broncos 28-16 in the second quarter. Looks like Russell will have the possession arrow, so we'll start the second half with the ball.
Broncos will play it in here to start the second half. Possession arrow favors in, and we're underway. Toss Pickle. Psalm has it. Back out to Gibson. Toss Pickle is going to get double teamed, gets it off to Gibson, and his pass across the court goes out of bounds. Good defensive stand there by Minneapolis. Oh, I'm going to give it to Russell.
A tip ball. We have a discussion by the officials.
I don't think it should be Russell's ball. There you go.
The official agrees.
The official all the way down the court made the call. One underneath didn't see it. I think they turned the fan up to high, Dale. It was like a breezy one. Now, nice pass by Spencer Davidson down low to Meckel.
They didn't want us to get too warm up here, Mike.
Yeah. Thank you. If I had a scarf, I'd wrap it around my neck. Toss Pickle. Psalm, three-pointer, way short. Liker has the rebound on the other side, and he's fouled. Put back. Meckel with the push. Trying to close out the backside. Liker will get the and one here. Free throw up and rimming in. White, Meckel, Davidson, cheap seats, right over the top of the base Sousa phone.
And no one is expecting it, but there's no harm, no foul over there. I'll never forget. They knocked some popcorn over.
Yeah, lost the popcorn, didn't we?
I will never forget a Sterling tournament back 10 to 12, 13, 14 years ago, something like that. Seeing a girl get bumped in the side of the head by a basketball when she wasn't looking. Talking to her friend, an overpass.
Krause, shot no good. Liker had a hand on it, tipped around, kept alive by Griffin. Davidson gets it to Osherman on the backside. Nice pass. And Osherman finishes with the layup. Psalm looks down low. Gibson has it on the baseline.
Reach
and foul on Osherman. His third, I believe. Broncos to play it in. Second team foul. Third on Jonah. Gibson can't get a shot off. Psalm can on the other side. His three-pointer is up and good.
His second of the night.
White back to Meckel. Davidson. White all alone now in the corner. Three-pointer in and out. No good. Griffin hits his pocket and boy, he's got big hands. Just puts that ball up off the glass so easy. Caden Griffin with a nice defensive play. Psalm again. Back rim, no good. White has a rebound. Gets it off to Griffin. Layup is good. 6'5" Som could not stop Griffin. They're going to count it. Watson in for Osherman. Nelson in for Mecklin. Nelson was going to go in for Griffin, but Griffin's made a couple of fantastic plays. I'd leave him in, and he hits the free throw to make a three-point play. His defensive skills plus his game under the glass is a big plus for this team as we move forward here in the postseason. They're quick feet, quick hands as well.
Had a little problem about mid-season throwing the ball away, but he's kind of seemed to have gotten over that.
2-3 zone by Minneapolis. It's a collapsing Liker. White was way up there. He wasn't going to let him get to the basket. Foul's whistled on Daniel Watson, his third. Liker with a two-shot foul here. First one up and good.
Good free throw shooter.
He is. Watson has 3 personal fouls. He doesn't give much easy shots down low either. He'll come get you. Liker got them both. Davidson plays it in. 5:10 left, third quarter. 62-30. Minneapolis up 32 points. Sure we'll get a running clock.
Fourth quarter.
Yep. In the fourth quarter. Griffin. Three-pointer on its way. Short end. Good grief, that guy is quick.
Shot the three at mid over here.
And shot the three
on the other side of the court, almost gets the rebound.
Slid right into the cheap seats and almost took a seat right there in the front row.
Those expensive seats, Mike. Courtside.
And now the quick hands, he makes the steal. And a steal right at the end. What a play by number 34, Jackson Cross. Tips it out of bounds as Griffin went in for the layup.
Osherman back in.
Must have got all ball.
Foul on the throw-in.
Cross with the push. On Osherman as he was trying to get to the low block. White all around. Oh, that looks good.
It was. Is that his fourth?
I believe so. Krause loses it. Frio has it. Gets it off to Watson. Nelson, they could not make a play as Russell hustles back on defense. Now Frio gets all the way to the basket and a layup. The middle opened up, and Derek took advantage of it.
The Red Sea parted. The Blue Sea, I guess.
Krause almost had his pocket picked by Johnny Oshman, and we thought we had the steal. We were headed to the other end, and Russell made a nice play on it. There's White again from the outside. Nelson, one-hand runner, no good, and it's off. White and Friel tried to make a play on it.
The sharpshooter's back in.
Hot hand Bishop back in. 67-32. Hospital. Guarded by Nelson. Gibson. Three-pointer on its way, too strong. Oshman has the rebound from Minneapolis. Gets it off to Nelson, up to Friel. Fischel all alone underneath. Harshman has a stick back. Fischel fighting for it, and there's that 5'7" Pospickle comes out of there with the rebound on the other end. He's called for the player control foul as well. Could not put the brakes on as he dished it off. Kobe Rice into the contest, JV point guard. Hits the pass to Friel. Tries to get it down to Arshman, and a good play to get it back. Fischel out on top. They come to get him. Friel at the free throw line. Kobe Rice all around three-pointer, no good. And the big rebound pulled down by Pospickle, and up floor he goes as Kobe Rice runs him out of bounds, but is called with blocking foul. Gibson gets a ball screen from Braden Flax. Gibson has his pocket picked by John Nelson. And what a play by Gibson to tip that out of bounds. Nelson was headed to the basket for a layup.
Michael Davidson and Griffin come in for Osherman, Friel, and Nelson. Leaving the point guards as Rice and Fischel.
Oh, nice play. What a pass. But Griffin caught it. Catch and shoot. Caden Griffin at the top of his loop caught it and shot it. And he'll get the and one as they tried to stop him, but such a nice soft shot. And the free throw is up and rimming off.
Fischel with the rebound.
And Dylan Fischel. With the stick back. He's got 11 points for the evening.
And a foul.
Freshman center is in there, number 50. Is not on my.
Yeah, they've got a different number on him.
Yeah, 6'4". He wouldn't be Burley.
Yeah.
Number 15 there with 6'4", and a freshman. Hits the first free throw and the second as well. 71-34, minute 40 left. Third quarter. Griffin's whistled with the traveling. Gibson being hounded by Griffin over there on the defense. Three-pointer, no good. Liker tries to save it.
He does. Out of bounds off the lines, I guess.
Evidently, it caromed off Fischel's leg. They'll play it in. Saw him from the corner, no good. Neckel stops, three-pointer, boom. 1-on-3, stop and pop, huh?
What's that not for him?
At least. Griffin with a good overplay. Gibson can't get a shot off as well. Saw him, empty pass.
Davidson fouls from behind.
Spencer with the push. 16 foul on Minneapolis. They'll be in 1-1 on the next one. Gibson will shoot the three. Front rim, no good.
Davidson, quite a defensive rebound there.
Rice and with the run out. Nice pass to find Kobe Rice all alone. Nice overplay by Spencer and great play. Links it right off Burley's leg. What a play by Spencer. Meckel will shoot the ball, so official. Rice, back to Meckel. Davidson in the short post, skinny post. Oh, my! A backwards layup. No luck. He heads back to the basket, and the left-hander has a good feel for around the goal and banks it in without looking, more or less. Over the back shoulder and up and in. 78-34. Minneapolis cruising here tonight against the Russell Broncos. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here in just a minute. I'm sure the seniors will play quite a bit here in the fourth quarter with a running clock. We'll be right back.
Here are our community sponsors with these live video broadcasts.
Autotech, Dave Sweat, very cool. Clean Body Shop, John Wright. For Stock Insurance, it's Wade Harris. Farm Bureau Financial Services, it's Matt Pitcher. Sidewalk, Fine Oil Company of Delta, Big Klein. The Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Klein.
Possession there to Minneapolis to start the fourth quarter.
White, Griffin, Osherman, Fischel, and Friel. Osherman, the point guard right now. Griffin, left wing. Oh, Friel! Almost. Fischel over the back. I think Jonah hadn't taken one all year long.
Well, let's see here. That was his first attempt.
That was an open look.
Yes, it was.
That play was perfect. Just couldn't knock it down. They're shooting fouls, or shooting free throws. Seventh team foul on Minneapolis. They're in the 1-and-1.
That one was close.
Missed the front end of the 1-and-1, and Cosart has the rebound. So is Chase Abel. White, Rice from the outside, no good. Chase Abel with a good denial. Krause in there fighting for the offensive rebound. Mark. Hit the back of the backboard, should be out of play. Yes, it is a running clock. 6:15 left in the game. Cozart is hammered.
Just the 15th foul, but it was shooting, so he'll get 2 free throws here.
2-shot foul here for Dillon.
He is 1 of 3 so far on the season.
Right around. Chase Abel, Daniel Watson. That's front rim as well. Tipped out of bounds by Minneapolis. It will be Russell's ball to play in. Krause gets it in the Pospical. the shot by Krause. Is contested by Watson.
Foul on the shot.
He is fouled. That's Daniel Watson's fourth.
8th team foul. 2 shots coming.
Second throw up and good. Liker stays in. Sam heads for the bench. Nelson has the ball. 4:15 left in the contest. Abel. Nelson, quick feet, gets out of harm's way and banks it in.
A righty making a lefty shot.
Gibson. Oh, he almost had that one intercepted. And the reach-in foul on Cosart. Will put Krause at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. He hits the first. 80-39. That one.
Somebody was in the lane.
Lane infraction. The way Abel's smiling. 2 out of 3. He got a second chance on the second one and makes it work.
Cosart, the big rebound. Oh.
John Nelson with the big rebound. Now Daniel Watson banked it in from out there, off the mark. Gibson all the way in, and it rolls in. Kobe Rice jacks up a 3, off the mark. Krause gets it off to Gibson. And he'll put Gibson at the free throw line. 2-shot foul. 2:15 left in the contest. The clock running. Free throw up and good. Got a little unorthodox shot. 2-hand push. Uses a lot of the left hand.
Hey, it works.
It works. Fischel back in. That Nelson, he's a scrapper, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Abel gets it off to Rice. Entry pass to Cosart. Now 3-pointer on its way by Abel. No good. He hit everything he put up in the JV game.
Nerves.
And Gibson all the way to the basket. Chase Abel on the backside, catch and shoot. Puts it in. And he cleans up the rebound on the backside on the miss by Gibson. The pass caught Dylan Fischel off guard. He wasn't sure it was going to hit him in the head or what. 11 points on the evening by Dylan Fischel.
Under a minute to go.
And it's running.
Under 40 seconds to go.
A nice steal by Kobe Rice. Daniel Watson.
Looks like we're going to run it out. The final score will be 82-46. Congratulations.
That's going to be it. 82-46, Minneapolis victorious over Russell. Nice victory. Good night for the seniors. Official with a big finish. Oshman with the stuff on the run out. Griffin with some extraordinary footwork and layups underneath, steals. Had a good game. Rio had a layup and his normal amount of steals. Good night for the Lions. And looks like Scott's on his way over with some stats. And Dale will have some comments for you as well. We'll be back after a word from our sponsor.
Minneapolis Muffler and Pipe with John Blake. LaGrange Supply, Scott Mortimer. The Douglas Cooperative Association, Steve Husley, manager. Schooler Grain Company, Rich Waltman, manager. The Heat Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Design with Sherry Bertrand. Sunflower Realty, Monty Nelson. Profab Metal Fabrication with Bill Little. No Place Like Home Gift Shop with Carolee Austin. Harris Crop Insurance with Greg Harris. Farm Bureau Financial Services with Matt Pickrell. The Heat Mexican Restaurant, Francisco Gallardo. Design with Sherry Bertrand. Schooler Grain Company, Rich Waltman, manager. LaGrange Supply, Scott Mortimer. Seidler's with Terry Farrington. The Crooked Nail Studio with Alexis Kern. Minneapolis Muffler and Pipe with John Blake. Sunflower Realty, Monty Nelson. Profab Metal Fabrication with Bill Little. D&M Body Shop, John Wright. AutoCat, Dave Sweat, and Gary Keating. No Place Like Home Gift Shop with Carolee Austin.
Welcome back to Minneapolis as the Lions come away with a nice victory tonight here at home on senior night, 82-46, with just some great performances tonight by the guys. Scoring-wise for the Russell Broncos, Lane Longston with 2, 8 points by Andrew Krause, 6 by Peyton Leiker, 9 by Braden Gibson, 8 by Rhett Pospish, leading the way for Russell. Jacobson with 13. They were 11 of 12 though from the free throw line in the second half. Dale, they ended the game 16 of 22. That'd be their bright spot for sure. Scoring-wise for the Minneapolis Lions, we will just run through it real quick here. John Nelson had 8 points. Daniel Watson had 4. Spencer Davidson had 12. Nolan White had 12. And Trent Meckel had 16. But it's senior night, and I want to talk about the seniors for a second. Derek Friel had 4, and Jonah Osherman had 4. Caden Griffin had 7, and Dylan Peschel had 11. We were 1 for 4 from the free throw line in the second half, 2 for 6 for the ball game. But hats off to our seniors. Congrats to our seniors. It's something I'm going to miss, and it's pretty exciting. So hats off to our seniors.
Great efforts tonight, all of their parts.
Yes, absolutely.
Minneapolis now is 8-4 in the league, assured of at least a tie for third place with Southeast Saline. They are 14-6 overall, and most probably will be hosting Norton next Monday evening here in Minneapolis for the quarterfinals of Sub-State. We now have beaten Russell 8 straight games and 27 of the last 28 in this series before they're leaving the NCAA. Rebounds. We rebounded to 14-12 in the second half. They got a lot of those in the fourth quarter. 32-25 advantage for the game overall. 8 turnovers for the Broncos in the second half, 4 from Minneapolis. For the game, they had 20. We had 8. By quarters, we outscored them 25-6 the first, 28-16 in the second, 25-14 in the third, and they outscored us 12-4 in the final stanza. Our Scott Osherman Agency player of the game is going to be made by Jonah Osherman. Steals in the first quarter, run the ball the length of the court, and the stuff, I've heard some contention that maybe wasn't the stuff, so I'm going to have to watch it.
I'd say it's awfully darn close, but he was up there. I just don't know if he got over time.
I'm going to have to watch the replay. Yeah. We'll go with that for now.
Yeah. So,
and
it was pretty cool.
The Robertson Monuments player of the game is going to be senior Dylan Fisher, 11 points, 3 3-pointers. He came into the night with 2 in mop-up action during the season, and had 2 in the first quarter, and added another great game for Dylan Fischel here on senior night.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I'm going to get down there with my son.
All right, thanks, Josh. As always, with that, Dale Luke, Scott Osherman, and Mike Perry are going to sign off for the night. We'll be back Monday. I assume it's 7 o'clock, unless they move the game up due to travel time for the visiting team. That should be Norton Blue Jays. Coming to Minneapolis. We're a 4th seed. They appear to be what's going to be 5th seed, so they would travel to us. With that, good night, folks. It's great to have you here watching on CityLinkTV.com, Minneapolis.